When news breaks, we are already there. Welcome to Ptv2 Zambia, the channel of international updates that keep you ahead. We bring it all to your screen, 24/7 news, fast, reliable, unmatched. Catch us on Topstar, channel 110. Watch live on Facebook, Ptv2 Zambia. Prime TV2 Zambia, your window to the nation, your gateway to the world.
That's the life we know. From the fields to the table, every bite it shows. Primarily me, the taste of home. Primarily me, the taste of home. Primarily me, the taste of home. Mama in the kitchen, we never eat alone. Primarily me,
Prime milk, pure, proudly Zambian, the taste of home.
Hello, welcome to Prime TV2 News, the home of breaking news, and we are coming to you live on Topstar Channel 110 and streaming on our Facebook page, Ptv2 Zambia. And now let's take a look at stories making headlines. One person has died while another has sustained serious injuries following a road traffic accident involving two motorcycles in NAKONDE district. A 19-year-old man from Kawe District Central Province is nursing a broken collarbone following a road traffic accident involving a Kawe Central Traffic Police vehicle. Chipata man caught masquerading as a woman claims bewitchment caused transformation. Kanyama residents demand relocation after homes flooded with waste, contaminated water. And now the news in detail. My name is Luando Bailey Chalika. And our voting has officially closed in the Kasama mayoral by-election in Northern Province, with the process largely characterized by a low voter turnout. Despite early morning rainfall, some voters braved the wet conditions to cast their ballots for a new mayor. A total of 6 political parties are contesting the by-election, and the counting of votes is currently underway. The by-election follows the death of former Kasama Mayor Teresa Kolala, who passed away on 5th December 2025 at St. Fidelis Mission Hospital in Chiluvula. We are now joined live by our reporter Pasco Mukavila, who has been on the ground since early morning following developments. Good evening, Pasco, and welcome to the main news.
Good evening, thank you.
So how would you describe the voter turnout at the polling stations you visited, especially considering the heavy rains experienced earlier in the morning?
Well, just like I alluded to earlier, the voter turnout has not been really good. And just a few minutes ago, the Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ was just giving an update, and they've just disclosed that the voter turnout was below 50%. So you'd say that it's not really impressive. I think a number of people have not really turned out in numbers to go and cast the vote. So the voter turnout is below 50%.
Pascal, we understand and we know that there were some reports that at least 2 polling stations did not open due to the absence of Electoral Commission of Zambia staff. What exactly happened and how did this affect voters?
So yesterday, they were supposed to deploy the post staff in all the 218 polling stations. However, due to the weather conditions, and I must make mention that they were using 2 modes of transport. So there was the road transport and also air transport. So those far to reach places, there are about 7 polling stations. and they couldn't manage the 2 out of the 7. So it was a bit of a challenge because of the weather. However, today, the district electoral officer, Mr. Vincent Mutambo, updated and said that they managed to complete the process around 6:30, somewhere there in the morning. They managed to process the deployment. So we just hope that everything is going on well. However, the 216 polling stations, they are closed. However, the other 2, the Electoral Commission of Zambia has just updated that by 2030, that's when they will be closing. They have been compensated for the time that they lost.
Have been compensated for the time they wasted. Now, were the affected voters able to eventually cast their ballots, or were they turned away?
Oh, they managed to cast their vote. I think the delay has not affected the casting of votes, except it has just extended from the scheduled time frame in which they're supposed to close the polling station. So people are still casting, and by 2030 they'll be done.
Are there any reports of confusion, disputes, or logical challenges at polling stations? Because we understand this is an election that involves quite a lot.
From what I have observed, I sampled some of the polling stations within, and well, I haven't really experienced or witnessed rather any form of violence, except maybe early this week when we saw some bit of friction between the UPND and the FDD. But as at now, I think the situation is calm, and even the Electoral Commission of Zambia made mention that there's peace now. The situation is conducive.
Right, overall, would you say the process was transparent, peaceful, and credible so far?
Well, on the issue of peace, I think there's still room for doubt. Like I said earlier, I think for me, I would rate it maybe at 7, maybe out of 10. Transparency, I think all the political parties were given chance to air out any gray area that they observed. We saw the FDD submitting their reports to the commission on what they felt was not really good. And so I would say all the political parties were given chance to come out if at all they saw that there are some things that they were not happy with.
Or any information that you've gathered on the ground on how voters are reacting to the low turnout, are there concerns about voter apathy?
Well, I think this is the discussion. I think around the district. Not just the voters, but I think even other stakeholders, they are concerned because in the morning we thought maybe it's just the issue of the weather conditions, but later the weather was okay, but again, despite that, the turnout was still poor. So I think it's a major concern that everyone is talking about.
What has been the political party agents and observers?
Sorry?
What has been among political party agents and observers?
Well, I think the mood, they are calm. I think they are waiting to see. I'm sure as time unfolds, we'll be able to get their reactions. But as it stands, they are calm, and they're just observing and seeing what's next now.
Now, this is the crucial part that almost everyone tends to be waiting for as we speak. Now, how is the vote counting progressing, and when should we expect the results?
Right, so like you have rightly put it, the counting is underway, and for the 216, I must make mention, it's 216, and so the commission again, disclosed that by tomorrow, which is 30th January, noon, I think the commission will be able to make the announcement. So tomorrow noon, the announcement will be made.
Pascal, any word that you would love to put across before we let you go?
Well, I think it's just a message to everyone to be safe, especially the people of Kasama. But I think it's a safe district because well, we haven't experienced any form of violence as at now. So I think it's a peaceful district, and we just hope that even after the announcement, peace will still prevail.
Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for the update. We will certainly cross back to you later as counting continues and results begin to emerge. And now we continue with our news. One person has died while another has sustained serious injuries following a road traffic accident involving two motorcycles in NAKONDE district. The accident occurred last night along the Great North Road in NAKONDE Central Business District, with police attributing the cause to a failure to keep to the near side lane. More in this report.
One person has died while other has sustained serious injuries following the road traffic accident involving two motorcycles in NAKONDE district. Muchinga Police Commanding Officer Dennis Simola has confirmed the incident to Prime Television News. The accident occurred yesterday around 21 hours. Opposite Rimsot Bar and Lodge along the Great North Road within NAKONDE Central Business District. Police reports indicate that the accident involved two private-owned King Lion motorcycles. The first motorcycle, bearing registration number MC545, was being laden from north to south by an unidentified male person of unknown age and address. The rider sustained serious injuries, including bleeding from the ears, chest pains, and general body pains, and was left unconscious. He has since been admitted to NAKONDE District Hospital, while he is currently receiving treatment. The second motorcycle, bearing registration number MC434, was being laden from south to north by another unidentified male person, also unknown age and address. The rider sustained fatal head injuries and was pronounced dead upon arrival at NAKONDE Urban Clinic. Mr. Mola explained that primary investigation indicated that the accident occurred after the rider of the second motorcycle failed to keep to the near side lane, resulting in the head-on collision with an oncoming motorcycle. The body of the deceased has since been deposited at the NAKONDE Urban Clinic mortuary waiting post-mortem examination. Meanwhile, both motorcycles have been impounded and are currently parked at NAKONDE Police Station as investigations continue. Richard Simba reporting for PAM-TV News, NAKONDE, Muchinga Province.
And now a 57-year-old woman from IMBOWA village in MONGU District, Western Province, has died in a hit-and-run accident along the MONGU-KALABO road. The victim, identified as Namasiku Mukena, was hit by an unknown driver yesterday near Nalusa lay-by around 21 hours while returning home from a neighboring village. Her father has appealed to the Zambia police to help apprehend the driver responsible for the tragic incident. More in this report.
A day that began with promise in the community of MONGU's floodplains has ended in tragedy and tears. Sadly, 57-year-old Namasiku Mukena lost her life in a road traffic accident on the MONGU-KALABO road around 20 hours. Namasiku was struck by a speeding car in a hit-and-run incident as she made her way home from the neighboring village where she had been selling ropes. Witnesses in the community discovered the lifeless body of the deceased, prompting calls for justice from her grieving relatives.
Mota izwa kwa sena kwa Mungu ya Kalabo nolibona.
Amba munyeba.
Aito bunka mutu. No maana usate tikimuti ebunkire kuluforiza fabuka ofifala. Cheba kuna babako tikina nisikaze bunkire fo sene wako ta bonita sawe. Mwendi baba baba sokumunya kanita chifale. Kubula kuti mwengo saba wisize fera. Kasamula ona lele moto zanga kafa kwa Kalabo kutoyema. Ngona kuti ndisola munye kamutu. Mutia cheba kuna saba yema ko. Nani akuteni yobona utofumana mota na yale ya yemifali yale utofumana luli awa kibona masiku nutamucha awa wakafa kuti bona masiku luli ina babunkire kimoto na kama nisezi kazaka kumata yakate chele ntodo to kwa hulu kabutunki kuli mota heyo luli kubata bayi bataluli kuti libone luli kulibona ale luli abako kulwatira abati chabwe na wanga wa mata
basabi abatimezi kubona masiku kena basabi bane ruinzi nibona mala pamanzi wani nibakubona abaferize fone basori kule exami harabona ni touch abaferize babana kola mbalo balezi mwandu yauno babasali ne uli mwinzi bakeni mwa haya nosazi biko bakutile ainyani fya utoto afya kuli kona masiku bahati yo kimota kona mota yo aizi bahali kikaho kulikupa kumina muso mapokola shangu mulutusi kuli mota yo hati mutu yo ibona hawe kakuli balusile mwamiyo kolwalira lwabiraila.
They are urging the Zambia police to identify the driver responsible for this tragic incident.
Autofita koma 20 so tukuli bapokiwe kimota ale bayanausa yauti kutobona kaniki roli asinye hile ili mota yona uskaibona neru kupasala kuli mapokola balubatere mota yebokela basaliba kuli ziba hali eni shambe kuli babatiri yabula ile manake na uzivi ikifika kumubula ile kufika mota na wili sana kwa muziki.
Despite efforts to obtain a comment from the Zambia police, no further information was available at the time of this broadcast. Namaseku's body has been taken to Loanika General Hospital mortuary as investigations continue. For Prime TV News in Mongu District, Marcus Bransakwita, report.
We sincerely apologize to our sensitive viewers for not having warned you over that quite disturbing picture. Now we move on with our news. A 19-year-old man from Kawe District Central Province is nursing a broken collarbone following a road traffic accident involving a Kawe Central Traffic Police vehicle. According to the victim and eyewitnesses, the incident occurred yesterday when the officers were allegedly chasing a truck. The victim's family has called for the matter to be investigated professionally and fairly without favoritism. Joseph Siambihi has more.
Batrafiki balefumira kuside joku bashire putwira apo uyu munumendo wayichenene akaite fintu natwika bashire mu makudi gruza ya batrafiki ya ba police bapuka ya Central Police.
He is one of the eyewitnesses who saw how a patrolling Kawe Central Traffic Police vehicle hit a 19-year-old Kawe man at the roundabout near Termites in Kawe Central Business District. This accident happened on the 28th of January 2026 as traffic police officers were on duty.
Mulumende fya ponene fya lepumana mchukumo kuchinanika necho chipavement from there bakapukola ife bayiminine ife nashire uyu mulumende kumuyimya ine namukala mu traffic line mu police.
The victim, who has suffered a broken collarbone, now explains.
Boyandi yaile umama light moja after umama light then showed and yandeta for school after manje yandeta for school then showed and yasa pona papune toro manje yasa mposa motoka na spina na tuyo fresh to apona na punch va traffic kunsenda kupepeka first track ile ine bale konka vaimini na geno kwambo kunshama question so tukutwale ku hospital nomba tuwaipshashani question na mona nawo chino umuntu se kwali kuntwala ku hospital ku Central Police ku Central Hospital after kuya kudya bafikirefe no kunsha no kuya.
And other eyewitnesses who never wanted to be identified for fear of victimization narrated.
After bamukwereka bali konkanya hapo futhi kupepeka ile ine truck msetu bamtwale straight ku hospital pale pa Central Hospital
bafumine long lane then ukwako bateko balingiro kupiteko bapitire nombana bena limubera chitefi pantu sometimes they are causing some accidents.
And family to the victim wants the matter handled professionally, as it disclosed how police officers involved in this case are allegedly trying to manipulate the story.
We are also appealing to the DC, the mayor, and the PS. I think wafuire baikala punch na bakapokola again. Kapokolowa mpunkile afuire ambyo kubomba efe lingiro kubomba. My responsibilities yonsa afuire ambyo kushita follow up.
Joseph Siambihi reporting, Prime TV News in Kabwe.
You are watching Prime TV2 News, and we are coming to you live on Topsa Channel 110 and streaming on our Facebook page, Ptv2 Zambia. For now, we take a break, but still to come after the break. A 25-year-old man identified as Elias Tembo, who was caught masquerading as a woman in Chipata to lure men for monetary gain, claims he was bewitched, causing his organs to turn into those of a woman. We'll be right back with details after the break.
It's the life we know. From the fields to the table, every bite it shows. Primarily me, the taste of home. Primarily me, the taste of home. Primarily me, the taste of home. Mama in the kitchen, we never eat alone. Primarily me, the taste of home.
Prime Meal, pure, proudly Zambian. The taste of home.
What do we stand for? We stand for possibility, for the belief that every tomorrow begins with a choice made today. We stand for growth, for curiosity that pushes boundaries, for knowledge that prepares you not just to adapt, but to lead. We stand for community, for minds that don't just think, but connect, for hands that don't just build, but uplift. We stand for experiences that shape you, for friendships that anchor you, for courage that carries you beyond this place. Here you become more than a student. You become a maker of solutions, a believer in dreams, a contributor to something greater than yourself. This is where purpose meets possibility. This is where futures are built. Charles Brook Bassar University, where you stand for what matters.
Welcome back, and now we continue with our news, and our news coming from Eastern Province. The 25-year-old man identified as Elias Tembo, who was caught masquerading as a woman in Chipata to lure men for monetary gain, claims he was bewitched, causing his organs to turn into those of a woman. Mr. Tembo says he miraculously turns into a woman and sleeps with men in a normal sexual encounter, but claims the changes in sexual organs is as a result of black magic that were performed on him by unknown people. However, his family members at Yakobe and Chigogo villages in Paramount Chief Mpezeni's area have confirmed that Tembo was born biologically male. His mother, Priska Tembo, has however confirmed having heard rumors of his son turning into a woman, and that he was once married to a man in Luangeni village who perceived him to be a woman. Moving on with our news, some residents of Kanyama compound in Lusaka have called on the government to relocate them to a safer area after their homes were flooded by rainwater. The floodwaters mixed with garbage from the nearby Kanyama dam site have entered their homes, producing a foul smell and worsening living conditions. Residents warn that continued exposure to this unhealthy environment could increase the risk of waterborne diseases. Namangolo Mshokawanji has more.
Some residents of Lusaka's Kanyama compound, whose houses are built near the Kanyama dam site, are spending sleepless nights, fearing disease outbreak due to continued flooding of rainwater that is being mixed with garbage from the dam site.
Ayamazi sitivira bwino kwamba bazona boma ifunike titanganeko itumize kuvima moto kati chose kuvishala apa vule kabwera pakazula peze kati mazi abwera mmanyumba umu mmanyumba muziwe je these days vula ibwera kuna matenda yambiri makomboni mwatu so boma ifunike titanganeko chose kuvishala apa so that vula ikabwera lo mazabwera nkala ku clean olo tipangira ku drainage kuti maybe mazi azenda drainage aenda ukaendelera dhani mwemena aonekera mazi awa matenda kunowana tidwala maningi ifwa cha mazi awa kozi mazi achoka mvishala awa so boma tipempa kutitanganeko pale aya mazi aya
kuno vintu sivili mushe manzi so kolera zatingenera vana vakangoenda ku skulu chifukwa cha manzi government titanganepo manzi aya batikumbireko ma drainage maningi ndise tipempa kuri boma yatu.
They are therefore appealing to government to relocate them to a more conducive environment until the rainy season is over.
So tankala nayo manje tukwanisa 1 week nayo manzi ayabula ketoka kubishala pamene yachokera so ndevuta mentiri nayo stizi wakati government ngatitandizire bwanji na manyumba yetu kulivana mpona kamwana kang'ono akanako kali mu manzi so stizi bamwe bazatitandizira tipe mpatandizo monga kuno jamine iliko kwasira then amarodi amena panga manje kulibeli na drainage. That's why na manzi sembe kwanza kama drainage sembe nkasako yena ngangenda kama drainages ma drainage eve kulipi
tipempa kotandizo mwamene mungatsungire onani mwamene tingalira mu manzu then manzi alina matuvi vantu vanaleka kungira mu toilet yonse ni matuvi kulipe mwamene tingachitire then vakachitira ma plastic vataira pa manzi ija dot yonse ingena mu manyumba palipe pamene tingagone kulimbe tingala chabe tinkalire ku road usiku so chabe taenda takwera pa bed munyumba kulimbe mwamene tingachitire tapapa tatipempa kotandizo mwamene mzatsungira wa government ngati nikutichosa ko ispeta mabwera mwatichosa mwatipeleka akolo ku heroes onani mwamene tingalira mu manzi ali kuno kwa kanyama yativuta please mu manyumba tapapa tababoma bwerani mutitandizireko kulimbe mwamene tingachitire ife.
The residents' livelihood has been affected by passable roads. Reporting for Prime Television News, Namangolo Mshokabanji.
Thank you so much, Namangolo, for that report. You're watching Prime TV2 News, coming to you live on Top Channel 110 and streaming live on our Facebook page, Ptv2 Zambia. Let's now take a look at our African proverb of the day. Well, quite interesting proverb right there. You are welcome to send your proverbs in any local language translated into English with the meaning included. You can send them to ptv2@ptvzambia.com or ptv2zambia@gmail.com. And now we continue with our news. A 12-year-old boy from Onkoshi district in Central Province, currently admitted at Kawe Mine Hospital with a lung condition, has appealed to well-wishers to help in acquiring a portable oxygen machine. The boy's father, Boyd Singogo, says his son has been hospitalized for the past 3 months and cannot be discharged without the necessary equipment to support his breathing. Medical Superintendent Alexander Kawimbe says once the boy receives required device, he will be safely discharged from the hospital. Joseph Sambi has more.
He has been admitted to Kawe Mine Hospital for over 100 days now. Yohane Singogo, a 12-year-old Mukushi boy who was diagnosed with lung problem. Boyd Singogo, father to the child, has appealed to well-wishers.
Indeka biro kuti romwana kwabanga kwabukunga fwako bwangu abanga ngafwa cyo findi mu ruse umwana abwerera kusukuru pantu alitema sana kusukuru so portable oxygen ile fwaikwa.
And Kawe Mine Hospital Medical Superintendent Dr. Alexander Kawimbe has disclosed what is needed for the 12-year-old boy to be discharged.
So if we are to let him go, then it means he has to go with oxygen cylinders. But oxygen cylinders require to be refilled every so often. Because currently he uses 2 cylinders or so in a day, which means that it's expensive depending on the size of the cylinder, of course. It's expensive also for the family. But the cheaper way is actually a concentrator. But if we are to give him a concentrator, it requires power supply, which has to be looked into for him to be helped and the family.
Will help come forth, or he will continue spending days and nights in the hospital? Joseph Siambehi reporting, Prime TV News in Kabwe.
A 200 megawatt solar panel project worth $240 million has been launched in Luanshya District, Copperbelt Province. Metro Gold Limited CEO Professor Simwanda has revealed that the project will include 180 megawatts of battery energy storage, which is essential for grid stability and peak management. Meanwhile, Copperbelt Province Minister Elisha Matambo, who attended the launch, welcomed the initiative, noting that it will reduce dependence on hydropower and strengthen the province's energy supply. More in this report.
A groundbreaking ceremony for a utility scale of 200 megawatt solar PV facility, which will sit on a 250 hectares of land, has been launched in Luanshya District on the Copperbelt Province. The project under Metro Gold Limited will be anchored by a power purchase agreement with ZESCO providing long-term offtake certainty and to integrate the plant into the national power system. Copperbelt Province Minister Elisha Matambo graced the event.
Government led by His Excellency, the President, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, has created an enabling environment for private sector participation in energy. And that's what we are doing here today. Through deliberate, transparent, and investor-friendly policies, we have refined the renewable energy feed-in tariff policy and embraced public-private partnerships. And this is what's going on here.
Luanshya District Commissioner and the Mayor, Charles Mlenga, were also present.
Here, Luanshya, we have started creating employment by bringing in new investment, opening Luanshya for investment. And this is what we are doing.
Professor Matamyo Simwanda is the Chief Executive Officer for Metro Gold Limited, as he highlighted more, and partners also shared their voices.
At full operation, the project is expected to generate 336 million kilowatts of clean electricity per year. And what does this mean? It's going to avoid around 180,000 tons of carbon dioxide emissions annually when you compare this to these other, fossil-based generation projects.
Bring you an investment in $240 million investment, which is not just an investment, but it's an opportunity for the Copperbelt. Because as we heard, that we are building up just not a power plant, but an opportunity. This power plant can power all the missing industry, what is missing for the Copperbelt.
The local residents are excited on the coming of this project as it will create job opportunities for them.
Twatasa sana pali project ya isa mulandu wakati abana kukula wala kwatira mu kuingira nchito chakuti chala chakuti bakabala bala sepana mushi.
Reporting for TV News, Derek Chitiamba in Luanshya District, Copperbelt Province.
Well, that item ends the news on Prime TV2, the home of breaking news. But before we go, let's now recap on your top stories. One person has died while another has sustained serious injuries following a road traffic accident involving two motorcycles in NAKONDE district. A 19-year-old man from Kabwe District Central Province is nursing a broken collarbone following a road traffic accident involving a Kabwe Central traffic vehicle. Chipata man caught masquerading as woman claims bewitchment caused transformation. Kanyama residents demand relocation after homes flooded with waste-contaminated water. Thank you so much for watching and staying with us. But for these and other stories, like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel, that is Ptv2 Zambia. On behalf of the entire production team, my name is Luando Billy Chelika. Bye for now.
What do we stand for? We stand for possibility, for the belief that every tomorrow begins with a choice made today. We stand for growth, for curiosity that pushes boundaries, for knowledge that prepares you not just to adapt, but to lead. We stand for community, for minds that don't just think, but connect, for hands that don't just build, but uplift. We stand for experiences that shape you, for friendships that anchor you, for courage that carries you beyond this place. Here you become more than a student. You become a maker of solutions, a believer in dreams, a contributor to something greater than yourself. This is where purpose meets possibility. This is where futures are built. Chas Brookbasar University, where you stand for what matters.
Early in the morning, fire on the stove, love in a pie, that's the life we know. From the fields to the table, every bite it shows. Primarily me, the taste of home. Primarily me, the taste of home. Primarily me, the taste of home. Mama in the kitchen, we never eat alone. Primarily me, the taste of home.
Prime Mill Meal. Pure, proudly Zambian. The taste of home.